happens? You're starting center, not playing in the game. Your quarterback goes out late in the first half. Talk about just how difficult it is, number one, to have consistent communication with the offensive line, but having to move so many bodies around to try to find that depth and to match up across the front.
It's definitely like communication is really big with the line. So when we're all moving around a lot, it's hard to get in the groove of communicating with each other. And with Eli, he's really like our guy who runs the O-line. And without him, it's kind of hard to like get in a groove going. I think we did a good job at times with communication, but when we get those drives going, that's when we're really doing well. And I think we just got to work on that and keep doing that every game. So, and with that last drive is what happened with good communication. If we can do that every game, we'll be good.
14 plays, 75 yards on that scoring drive. And Matthew, for you, it's they always say you may not be the starter, but you're always just one snap, one play away.
That's right.
That happened today. Talk about really mentally being prepared, staying in the football game, because you never know when your number may be called, and it happened today.
Right. It was a little different for me because I have played in the past in my last school, so I didn't have the essential nerves like first start, big game. But I mean, Goose went down, and it's just the next guy up mentality. I mean, that's at every position, and I think our coaching staff does a good job of getting everybody ready, 1, 2s, and 3s. But I was ready, and we fought hard. Like that's one thing. We want to play like Troy. Troy plays like Troy, and they play hard and tough. So. I mean, we just got to respond and focus on our operation.
And Coach challenged, going to Iowa next week, really challenged the consistency on the offensive side going to next week. 14 plays, 75-yard scoring drive today. 13 plays, 75 yards. Had another nice drive that led to the field goal. He was talking about really focusing on those drives in between that. How do you guys take this away, starting with film study and then back to the practice field next week?
Right. I think we just got to be able to run the football. I mean, Boaz knows that. Everybody knows that. I mean, it's hard to move the football when we can't run the football. And we played a good defense today too. But when we're able to run the football, I think that will help with some fillers in those little 3-and-outs and first down and then 3-and-outs. So it's really just our whole operation. We got to clean up and get going this week.
Boaz, the challenge doesn't get any easier next week. Memphis was a very good team, but Big Ten opponent next week at Iowa always has a tough defense. It'll be a challenge, but also an opportunity for this football team.
Yeah, I think it's really an opportunity to show who Troy is, and I think that we can fix a lot of the problems we had is self-inflicted, and I think that's good because that means we can fix it, and if we can fix it, then we'll be good, and just run and be consistent with the run game.
All right, Boaz, Matthew, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week in Iowa.
Sir.
And Jerry, we bring